no, I mean, you're absolutely right. That's a very direct parallel. It's legal, but nevertheless, a whole range of services, particularly financial institutions, won't work with those producers. So it's very similar. And by the way, guys, I will just explain at this point, because I regularly get asked this. We can't work with adult industry-specific partners in the area of finance and payments. And the reason for that is because, first of all, the single most important thing about any business partner we work with is that before anything else, they have to get what we're doing, believe in it, support it, and want to help make it happen. Otherwise, it's just too difficult to work together. When I talk to adult industry partners, their reaction is, yeah, social mission, social values, you're porn like all the rest. And we can't work well with somebody who's coming from that perspective. But also, importantly, they don't support our business model. So we share our income 50-50, net a small amount to cover hosting and transaction fees for each video rental. That means that we need transaction fees to be as low as possible, mainstream rates, 3.5%. For all the reasons I've outlined, because the adult industry has nowhere else to go, the rates with those providers are extortionate. And they're usually predicated on cash flow. So they go, if you put $0 to so many $1,000 through us a month, 15%, then it gets marginally better the more money you put through. And the third reason, by the way, rather ironically, is that we are too high risk for them. So I literally had an adult payment division say to me, you're a startup, no track record, no cash flow, no funds, no assets. You are too high risk for us to work with. And so that's why, unfortunately, that area doesn't offer any solutions. Yep.
More questions, because we're running out of time. I just wonder, I mean, you're obviously very powerful feminist. So are there other powerful feminists who can help with, I mean, like I thought Arianna Huffington or something, for example, like, wouldn't she rally behind this cause and use like the platform she has to help spread the word?
I would love more women to absolutely rally behind what I'm doing, because I was asked in an interview once, do you think if you were a male founder, you'd encounter the same problems? And I said, to be perfectly honest, I don't think this concept would ever have been thought up by a man, actually. Fair enough, guys? I think, I haven't broached this with Arianna, love somebody to do so, but you would be surprised how many people fear of what other people will think kicks in with. And that's what they don't want to, they are worried needlessly about alienating part of their own franchise or audience. And I say needlessly because I think one of the reasons MakeLoveNotPorn.com, the original basic site, generated and continues to generate such a massive response is because it's a manifestation of me. And what I mean by that is, it's very simple, very straightforward, down to earth, truthful, honest, open, utterly non-judgmental, and it has a sense of humor. We never get to have conversations about sex within those parameters, and when we do, the floodgates open. When you understand what we're doing, nobody can argue with what we're doing. I've spoken on Christian fundamentalist radio shows where they totally get it when I talk about it, and they absolutely endorse it. And so fear of what other people think is utterly needless, but it's extraordinary how entrenched it is for so many people, which is our barrier there. If anybody can help us break through that barrier, again, we would love that help and assistance.